Alright guys, we've reached level 45. Woohoo! Awesome! So, what this does, this is a very important one, because now we get the Undaunted. The Undaunted pledges are, this is where you're going to get your transmutation crystals. These are where you're going to get your monster helms and shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and claim these. Okay, and we also get 2 skill points and 2 attribute points. Okay, so now if I look in my bag, inventory, supplies, I have a trophy, so I'm going to use it. Okay, and it tells me that I need to go to my Undaunted area in my group, or in my faction. So what you need to do is, if you are in Aldemir Dominion, you go to Grotwood, which is right here. And if you are in Daggerfall Covenant, you go to Wayrest. Okay, and in Wayrest, it is over here somewhere, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure where it is, but it's in Wayrest. Just follow your map instructions. Excuse me again. So now that I'm here, I need to sign the log. Okay, and this tells me everybody that's signed in today created stuff. Okay, and now I need to talk to this lady here.
You made us our rank. It's a Verglirian. A funny.
Okay, you gotta talk to all 3 of the Undaunted quest givers here.
The Undaunted have grown.
There's one more.
Faces. Even. Go on. Let's say.
Okay, so now I go back and talk to her.
Hey there, scrub. You'd best. Did she now?
Okay,
She
and I
must
got an
like you.
Undaunted key.
In that case, you're going
So
to need
what
all
that means
armor
is
dented,
now,
blade.
if I look in my inventory, under currencies, okay, on the right hand side, all the way down at the bottom, I have Undaunted keys. These keys are used to get
You look
shoulders
like you could take on.
from each of these people. So if I needed something from the Banished Cells coffer, which gives me Shadowrun set and Mob the Infernal set, I have to buy this, and then I get one or the other, and it could be heavy, light, or medium. It's kind of random, and the trait's random. So you might have to use multiple times to get what you want. We're talking a lot of times to get what shoulders, exact shoulders that you want. So the keys are important. You need those to get the shoulders. Now with the quests, we start the quest here. So the first one, what's the pledge today?
Wayrest Sewers.
Wayrest Sewers.
Some army of cutthroats.
And I pledge to explore the Wayrest
I know
Sewers.
what you're thinking.
Okay, so now that gives me a pledge. Up on the right hand corner, it's got give me a quest. Okay, so how do I get to this quest? What do I do to get to this quest? Okay, what you can do is you can either ask for a group in the chat. So you would type something like DD, which means damage dealer, LFG, which means looking for group, normal Wayrest Sewers, or V veteran Wayrest Sewers. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Or you come down here into Activity Finder, Dungeon Finder, specific dungeons. Okay, but before you leave the screen, make sure that you are selected exactly what you need, what you are. Okay, if you're a damage dealer, you're gonna wait quite a while. If you're a healer or a tank, you're not gonna wait as long. But don't select tank or healer if you're not a tank or healer, because there are gonna be people in the groups that maybe aren't as strong, and they actually need those roles to be filled correctly. If you do a veteran dungeon and you say you're a tank and you're not really a tank, and there's some new people that have just moved up to the veteran level quests, they never do them just in veteran, they do them in hard mode. So you need a real tank to actually do that on the last boss. So make sure you always select the correct role that you are, okay? So now I selected damage dealer for right now, specific dungeons, okay? And I am going to select Right now I haven't got unlocked the veteran yet, so if there was a veteran you'd use the right shoulder button up at the top, but it's all normal. So I scroll down and find the one that I want. I want Wayrest Sewers. I hit select. Okay, now I can pick multiples if I want. I can pick all of them if I wanted to. So let's say I wanted to do, let's see what the other one is today. Okay, so we'll come over here and talk to this guy. Find out what quest he has.
The blessed
Blessed Crucible. Okay.
Mortal combat awaits.
And then this one over here will also have a quest. Okay, these are called dailies. Imperial City Prison. And if I can, okay, I'll go do that. Okay, now I can join the list for all three of those. So we're Blessed Crucible, Wayrest, and Imperial City Prison. Okay, and then I hit X, and I join the queue. It varies which one will come up first. Okay, so make sure you select all three if you need to do all three. If you select one, you could wait more time, but if you select all three of them, you'll probably wait less time. Now, all of these starting from Bloodroot Forge down are the DLCs. All the ones up from Bloodroot Forge, Vaults of Madness up, are the regular base game dungeons. So if you don't have any of the DLCs, don't go to this person here. Don't go to this one, or Gulag Chief Bane, because this one only gives you DLCs. Okay, so the next thing in the Undaunted we have another quest giver up here, and he gives you much easier quests. He'll send you to a dungeon. So let's select him.
About you says risk. There's a
okay.
take these in.
So I need to defeat General Celadon and place ancestral wards. So this is just a regular delve. Okay, so you don't have to worry, you don't have to be in a group to do it. If you can run the delves by yourself, you don't have to be in a group. And these are much easier. You have to do 30 of him in order to get the achievement. You also, I believe it's 30 for this one over here, 30, 30, all of these, and then 30 again on veteran mode. Okay, so that's the Undaunted. So this also opened a skill line for us. I'll move out of the way here since we're recording. Okay, so if I go down here and go under skills, I now have the Undaunted skill line. Okay, the Undaunted skill line is really good for certain things, depending on what your role is. So, Blood Altar, you sacrifice health to gain healing. Trapping webs. This sends out these web things that trap mobs. Inner fire. This is a tank, specifically for a tank. If you're not a tank, don't get this, because any tank, you'll just make them mad if you get this, because what this does is this taunts the enemy and it makes them come at you. If the tank's already taunting the enemy, you don't want to do that. You don't want to pull the boss away directly to you, so don't ever use that one unless you are a tank. Bone Shield gives you a shield, and Necrotic Orb gives you a globe that floats away and it shocks people as it goes. Okay, there are two passive abilities here that are very important. These you always want to have. As soon as you get them the Undaunted leveled up, you want to get both of them. Okay, so the first one is activating an ally synergy, restores 2% of your max health, stamina, magicka. Okay, Undaunted Metal increases your max health, stamina, and magicka 1% by each type of armor. Okay, due to the fact that I have only heavy and medium, I only have a 2% bonus. But if you have heavy, medium, and light, you will get a 3% bonus. Okay, so that's good, and it goes up to 6% once you go to the second one. And Undaunted Command, I think, restores 4% whenever it's completely. You have all of the passive abilities. Now, what is a synergy, you ask? Okay, a synergy. These become important whenever you are playing this here. Let's see, which one do I have a synergy on? I'm pretty sure I have a synergy. I thought I did. Okay, let's check this other side. Okay, this one right here. Okay, so this is called Choking Talons, It brings talons from the ground, these things that come off the ground, and they stop the mob in its tracks, and they give you 2,836 magic damage to enemies near you, and immobilizing them for 4 seconds. Okay. Now, down at the bottom it says an ally near the talons can activate the ignite synergy, dealing 8,727 magic damage to all enemies held within them. Okay, so this is something that another player does that activates a skill that you have. Okay, so, and it's you do Y and B at the same time in order to do this. Alright, so that's it for the Undaunted. You want to keep up with these every day if you can, because you get transmutation crystals under inventory currencies. Transmutation crystals, I have 35 of them, and you can have a max of 200. 50 of these will allow you to transmutate a trait. Okay, so let me find one that I have a trait on. There we go. So my Helm of Death's Wind is a training trait. Now if I wanted to change this, let's say I wanted divines, I take this to the transmutation station in the Clockwork City, or I buy a transmutation station from Rolis Halalu, something like that. He is located in every major city. Like right here, I believe he is located right here, okay, in Mournhold. But in every major city around the Undaunted Quests, you'll find this guy, and he'll sell you a transmutation station. So that's it for this. Always make sure you select the correct role, because you never know who's going to play, and there could be new players that actually need the tank role or the healer role filled correctly. And if you don't want to wait, then don't get the Undaunted Quest. If you're waiting, don't just stand there and do nothing. Go questing, go fishing, go farming, go do something while you wait, so you don't get bored. Then the wait is not near as long. Alright, so that's it for this one. This is level 45. And now that we're level 45, let's take a look at our skills, okay? By now, because I have been collecting sky shards and doing dungeons, let me go back, I'll show you. Okay, last time we looked I was over here. I had completed all of these. Now I have completed all of these, cleaning out the dungeons and collecting the sky shards. Okay, I've completed this one, I've completed this little one down here. Okay, so I've collected all the sky shards in these areas. So it's given me a lot of skill points. Each one of these areas is 5 skill points. Plus, if you do the dungeons, I can't remember the name. Plus, if you do these ones here, the group dungeons, inside of there you can get 1 skill point and 1 sky shard. So if you complete all of those, you don't even have to complete the whole thing. You don't have to do the quest or anything. You just run in, find out where the group area is. Wipe that out, you get a skill point. Find the sky shard, leap. You don't even have to beat all the bosses. So it's much, you can get 1 skill point there. So you're 6 skill points for each region if you do it in that way. Not all of the regions are 6 points. Like this one was 2. I believe this one is 2. This one is 2. But all these base game ones are all going to be 6 skill points that you get. This one here is a little bit less. If I remember right, we get 2, or not Reaper's March, sorry. I believe we spoke about this before, but I will again. You get 2 or 3 skill points, but it makes up for questing. But you get 2 or 3 skill points questing, but you will get 1 here. There's another public dungeon here, so that's 2 skill points, plus all the other 5 skill points. So this one you get 7 skill points total if you clear out the dungeons. So there you go. You should be looking something similar to this by now. Not completely, doesn't have to be 100%. You kind of want to meet your level if you can. Okay, so let's example clothing. I have got 6 in tailoring, unraveling, and stitching. Okay, these are important because these take my times down, and I can process more than one thing at a time. And this gives me the materials that I can get out. It gives me better quality materials out of there and more. So if I deconstruct an item that is higher than my level, not always will I get something out of it, but this helps to give you something out of that. The tanning's expertise, again, I don't have anything in these right now. You might want to put one in maybe because you might want to do a green item. You don't want to fill these up yet because until you really get this leveled up 100% to 10 to 10, you don't really need this all the way up to 3. Maybe 1, maybe 2, it'll help out. But once you get all 3 of them, once you start making your own gear and you start adding tannins to them or adding temper or whatever it is, you really need to get all of these. You have to get all of these because this will take it. Like right now, if I did this, it would take me like 24 tempers, right? But if I get this leveled all the way up, it only takes me like 8 tempers on gold, 4 tempers on purple, 2 on blue, 1 on green. So it really takes the amount of materials that you need and shrinks it down a lot. You don't need near as many materials. Okay, so that's when you're really going to start crafting your own gear and stuff like that. But until you're 160, it's really not necessary to do that unless you want to craft your own training gear or something. Enchanting, you should be kind of about the level where you are as much as possible. Okay, cause this one right here, like right now I can make glyphs that are level 40 to champion 30, so I'm right in my range of making glyphs because that matches my gear. Okay, you can't put on higher gear than what your level is. Alright, so alchemy, this one here you want to really keep focused on this one as much as possible because you really want this one called medicinal use. This makes your potions last longer. Whether you make 1 potion or 3 potions, you want this to go the full time. So you really want to keep up on alchemy. Enchanting and provisioning also. You want to keep up on provisioning as much as possible. Remember, provisioning is where you create the food. Okay, so the recipe quality here is that I can create blue recipes right now. This actually gives me the level of recipe that I can use. Okay, and the food is what gives you more. Okay, on your, right here on your thing, it gives you more max magicka, more max health, more max stamina. Okay, it might even have some health regen in there. It might even have some stamina regen or magic regen depending on what kind of food you eat. So food is very important, and so is alchemy. Alchemy is very important because this gives you a burst of maybe healing, maybe a burst of weapon power or magicka. So just keep up on those. Those are the 2 most important ones right now. Your blacksmithing, clothing, jewelry crafting, and woodworking will come as you go through the game because you just put on the gear that you find. Just always remember to put on training gear. Alright, so at level 45, that's where we are. And I hope you're getting there similar too. Go hunting for sky shards, clear the dungeons, clear the group dungeons, and you'll have enough skill points by the time you're level 50 almost to even have almost all your crafting filled out. Focus on the crafting, the weapons and the skills will come. Alright, see you soon.